I just played a really cool blitz game that ended with 3 brilliant moves on my part, according to the computer. And I want to play through the game with you guys and kind of breeze through the beginning and get towards the end where those brilliant moves happen, and we can kind of look at the cool aspects that helped me win this game, and I'll have you guys try to find all those moves. It's been a while since my last video, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of it. Like 3 months ago, I was like 1800 blitz for the first time ever, which was really cool. And I'm still doing the Road to 2000 series, which I think is where I'm going to put this video, even though this isn't on the my rapid rating. But yeah, let's jump into today's game, and it has a cool ending. I was 1660 roughly, opponent's 1590. And yeah, I started off with King's Pawn. They went for Scandinavian. I went for the setup that Igor Smirnov recommends for against the Scandinavian, which is you get the knight out and then get your bishop out, and then you can move this pawn like 1 or 2 spaces. And just continuing developing moves here. Here I castled. Actually, oh, I didn't see I had this. Is this a real thing though? They just block. Seems a little crazy. Why can't they just take? Oh, because we have too much attack. Okay. Seems a little insane. They were going for like the quick attack maybe. Anyways, so I castled. Opponent goes e6. Just keeping development going here. Keeping development going. Got all the rooks out. So we did our chores, as I like to say on the channel. So we developed all of our minor pieces, developed our queen, and we got our rooks to open files or files that are likely to open in the future. So all basic stuff. Opponent goes queen to c7. And here I just decided to take. I didn't see a good alternative. h3. Yeah, I guess they wanted knight here. Yeah, you could do this immediately too. I wasn't sure what to do, and I wasn't sure if this was going to be good or not, so I decided just to play h3, give myself some loot for later in the game, also prevent some pinning ideas, and yeah, just felt like a decent move. Okay, play continues, and now I decide, I mean, I was kind of stuck here. I didn't really know how to like make progress in this position, so I did go knight e4. Opponent takes, I take, takes. Opponent goes back. And luckily here in this position, like somehow on this move here, black just has like 2 pieces hanging. So I kind of just got lucky and fell into winning a piece. But there is actually a way for black to save one of these pieces, or save both pieces actually, if they play correctly. So you can pause if you want to try and find that. So black could have tried knight b6, getting a tempo on this bishop, which is also hanging. So that would have been the way to save material. But they didn't see that, so play continues, and we win the knight. And now we're up a piece, so 3 points of material. They hit our bishop. I just decide to tuck in. They're threatening to trap our bishop, so I go c3, creating some space here to come add pressure on this diagonal. Okay, they go rook over, I guess defending this pawn, not sure. Because yeah, I do have this threat of knight e5, which could be kind of annoying for them, and it's also attacking on f7. So, and I do go knight e5 here. And yeah, it's a nice move. They can't push because we could take the bishop. Also, if they push, we could take this pawn. So yeah, a bit tricky for them. We are applying quite a bit of pressure. They go bishop back. Yeah, I think they should have challenged my rook, or like contested this file basically, because like I'm gonna stack here. So okay, I don't do it immediately because if I stack immediately, they can maybe win this pawn. So I decided to go f3 and just like solidify this chain and shut down the bishop. Computer says I guess we could have taken this, but whatever. They go c5, threatening to play c4, shutting down the bishop, but that's fine. We can just tuck in. So we continue with our plan and go rook ed1. And yeah, at some point I'm probably going to take here. And actually also just to show you guys, so I could have taken here because I didn't see this in the game. I mean, it seems wrong, right? But actually after they take, now we have bishop takes pinning the rook. So kind of gnarly. I guess they can go this way. And I guess you just keep playing from here. Yeah. But instead, we got to this position, so we tuck the bishop in. Opponent finally goes f6, kicking the knight, which is, yeah, it seems like a good move. Where would you guys want to put this knight? So there's not really that many squares. I really only g4 was the only option that I saw. So then they go f5. And I decided to take, they recapture. And yeah, I guess you could go to either square here. I decided to go back to e3 with the idea that I'm like double attacking this pawn and maybe I can do something about that. Opponent goes rook e8. Now, what would you guys want to play here as white? So the knight is hanging. I decided to go king f2 with the idea that let's get the king involved. My king isn't really in any danger here. And yeah, we defend the knight. I guess computer found this move, but it feels a little awkward to disconnect your rooks. Opponent makes another move, and here I decided to infiltrate, trying to get the rook more active. So here we're attacking the undefended bishop. Additionally, at some point I want to stack here on the 7th rank, and we can also like target this pawn. So yeah, we're currently attacking black's bishop. They go f4, and if I take, they're going to take with check, and then they also have a protected pass pawn, or not protected, but it's protected by the rook. And I didn't want to do that. So I played knight d5, which is just a blunder because I totally did not realize that my bishop was hanging. So they win my bishop. So now we're back to even material. So I had been up a piece for a while. I had all the piece activity. I was kind of dominating. But now they at least won material back. I think I'm still dominating positionally. But yeah, still battle. Okay, so now I'm going to have you guys try to find some of the moves that help me win this game. So what would you want to play here? So I went rook to b7. Computer found knight in. That's probably also good. I don't know the exact logic, but my idea was I'm going to attack this pawn with tempo, and I'm threatening to stack my other rook and stack on the 7th rank. Opponent goes bishop d3, which just doesn't address the threat that I'm creating. And, you know, we still have a decent amount of time on the clock, both of us, so I really didn't like this move by the opponent here. And now, I mean, this is really dangerous. Luckily, they do have the bishop still defending this square. But like, if the bishop wasn't there, you could actually checkmate them. It's called a blind swine checkmate. King comes back, and then this rook comes over. And so basically, I have two rooks here, and their king is stuck. And that would be a checkmate if not for the existence of this bishop. But those types of dynamics are going to be at play as the game continues. And black doesn't have a way to defend this pawn because if you come up, I'm just taking your rook. So yeah, rook's doubled on the 7th, very powerful. Opponent goes check. And now where do you want to, I guess this was the idea of bishop d3, but where do you guys want to put the king here? You have two options. So I think king g1, definitely mandatory. If you go king f1, you're just giving the opponent a discover check for no reason. So like then they could trade off a rook here or something. So no need for that. I go king g1. Opponent takes our pawn. And now what do you guys want to play here as white? I took rook takes g7 check. King to h8 is forced. But now notice we can't check again because this bishop defends that square. So now you need to come up with another plan. What do you play here as white? So I went rook e7. And maybe stare at this for 5 to 10 seconds and try to think about like what are my threats after rook e7, because it is a legitimate thing, or it does create some legitimate threats. Okay, so there's actually multiple threats in this position. There's multiple brilliant moves, believe it or not. There's 2 different brilliant moves. I found, sorry, so, oh, I guess I should have, well, okay, they made a nothing move, and yeah, my threat, I found knight takes f4. It looks like the rook can just capture, but no. Because then what do you guys do? Go for the checkmate, and the back rank is weak, and black gets mated. So that was my threat after the knight came here. And yeah, you see computer says king over, because the issue is if they go king over, then they kind of solve the problem, at least temporarily, because I can't take, because now they can block and it's protected. So that's the key difference there. There was actually an even better move in this position, which we'll look at later on, because it kind of pops up a version of it later on. So after I take, they wisely do not take my knight. They go bishop here, which I forget why. I feel like there was a legit reason. Oh, yeah, this prevented knight e6, seemingly. So now what do you guys want to play? So I felt like I need to somehow get rid of this bishop, or further activate my knight. Like, these rooks can't do it alone. Like, so long as this bishop exists and holds the square, I can't checkmate the black king. So I decided to go knight h5 here. We'll see why in a second. I guess it wasn't the best move. Oh yeah, the computer found rook b6. This was very complicated though. Like, after here, yeah, they want you to like take a pawn instead of like attacking, and you know, probably above my pay grade. But I went knight h4, or sorry, knight h5, and oh, I guess it's dicey because they get a counterattack going on you. Interesting. Okay, luckily our opponent did not see that. Although I guess can't we just go like g4? Yeah. Oh, and then they get like a counter checkmate threat. Wow, very interesting. Okay. That is a good lesson, though, just in general, guys. Whenever you're in trouble, like, you always want to look for that counterattack, that counter strike. Like, if you have no way to defend, always go on the offensive, which is what this demonstrates. So, yeah, kind of cool. Anyways, opponent didn't see that. They make what I would call like kind of a nothing move. I mean, they're going to try to promote their pawn, which makes sense, you know. And now you need to find the second brilliant move of this game. So white to play. There is a clear best move here. Give it 5 to 10 seconds. The move I played in the game. Knight f6. Crazy move. Insane move. So black can't take because they're going to get mated on the back rank. Because, yeah, same mechanism as before. We go check. The back rank is too weak. They get mated. So knight f6. Black goes rook c8. I mean, there's really no move here, but you need to now see the follow-up. So what do you play now as white to basically finish out this game? If you haven't seen it yet, go ahead and pause and like really look at this position for, you know, however long it takes, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever. It's a really cool finish. So I played rook to h7 check, the third brilliant move of the game. Sacrificing the rook. The bishop takes. And then we play rook takes. The rook swings over, and this is a checkmate. This is the what's known as the Arabian mate. Very common mating pattern. And, well, I say common. It's a well-known mating pattern. It has a name, but it's not that often that you can get it in a game. So yeah, pretty cool way to finish out this game. I have been playing quite a few games, just I haven't been recording videos. And yeah, my rating dropped down a lot recently, but you know, we'll see if it jumps back up. So that concludes today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.